grind is out to see the song. We'll be making these tunes until the weed is gone. We sonic boom, keep the metaphor going. From the farm to the lab, but you already knowin'. Another season from the seed to the bong. It's a never-ending cycle, so we never stop growing. Check the style, y'all, I've never been a clone. Cali dad, I got a style on my own. I live in the forest, no shortage on trees. Got a jar in every drawer full of foliage. OG, coolin' with my homies on a Saturday. Up in the studio, no matter what the forecast. Gotta let the angels out, don't listen to iconoclast. Put on the boombox, turn up the...
Yo, what's up, Ride Nation? Back at you with another video on today. This is Raw Detroit. Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and hit the word all, so that you may be able to receive every notification that comes from the channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We entitled this video, My Worth, because pretty much that's what we're going to be talking about, the worth of Quadin Muhammad. We know that as a Lion fan, we do not want to overpay for Quadin Muhammad's service. We pretty much know that he is a serviceable guy, and he is a guy that you would love to have in the rotation. You know, we don't look at Quadin Muhammad as a starter, but he came in, and when he started, he was able to, have some good games out there, and he was able to collect 11 sacks on the season. But at the same time, I understand that it's a business, and Brad Holmes knows that it's a business. And we got a lot of homework to do. Brad Holmes has a lot of homework to do, because you got to figure out what you're going to do on the other side of Aidan Hutchinson. We already pretty much know that we're going to have to draft another edge this year. Yeah, we have the kid from Boise State still on the team, and he's still in the development stages. But we still got to go out and get a guy that can be a plug-and-play guy, or go out there and get a veteran guy, maybe someone like a Trey Hendrickson, Khalil Mack, Leonard Floyd, Azeez Ojulari. I mean, it's going to be some guys that's going to be available that we can get. Maybe we can get them on a 1-2 year deal. But we got to figure out what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Brad is going to be willing to bring back Quadin Muhammad back at the right price, but definitely we would love to have him back. But if we can't get him back because somebody's going to outbid us, then it is what it is. But at the same time, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to replace Quadin Muhammad and Marcus Davenport and whoever is going to be on the other side of Aidan Hutchinson. He's still got to figure this out. And this is not an easy situation. Maybe you go with somebody like Azeez Ojulari, who's young. I think Azeez is only, 25 years old, and he didn't even play that much with Philly traded for him and didn't even use him. Philly traded for Azeez Ojulari and didn't even use him. So maybe the Lions can go that way. You can bring him in maybe on a 2-year deal, and still draft somebody. They got to figure out what they're going to do at the other edge position, because now it's an emergency. It's an urgency. Even if Brad Holmes doesn't look at it like it's urgency on the other side of Aidan Hutchinson, we all know as fans that it is. You got to figure out what you're going to do, whether you're bringing in a Trey Hendrickson. Maybe you want to trade for a Kayvon Thibodeau or somebody like that. You got to figure out what you're going to do. Maybe bringing in a Leonard Floyd. Every time Leonard Floyd has been available, we never go out to Leonard Floyd. But maybe you want to bring in a guy like that. You're going to have to, I don't know, man. He's going to have to do a lot of homework, because basically you're going to have to figure out first how to restructure the deals. Whoever's going to get their deal restructured, guys like Aleem McNeil, definitely he's going to be a candidate to get his deal restructured. We know that Jared Goff is going to be a guy that's going to be someone that you look at to get his deal restructured. It's going to be a lot of more players on this team that may have they may have to get their deals restructured in order for Brad Holmes to go and get some talent. That's the only way that you're going to be able to do it. But guys like Azeez Ojulari, you wouldn't have to pay him that much, and he's young. And he didn't play that much with Philly. Now, I don't know if Zadarius Smith would come out of retirement. I don't know. But, we don't got the rights to him, though. So, I don't know with that situation. But I'm going to leave that alone because, Zadarius, you all know that Zadarius Smith should have been on his team instead of Marcus Davenport. But we got to figure out, how much Quadin Muhammad is going to be wanting. And then if somebody else is going to outbid us for Quadin service, and if they do outbid us for his service, then it is what it is. We just got to go and get some guys that can get to the quarterback. I'm cool with grabbing Azeez Ojulari because he's young and you still can groom this guy. And truth be told, I think Azeez Ojulari got like 20-something sacks in his career, so he can get to the quarterback. And he had a season where, I think in his rookie year, where he had like 8 sacks. So it's possible that you can get a guy like Azeez Ojulari. But some people say some of these guys we don't get because of a scheme fit or whatever it may be. I don't know, man. We just need guys that can rush the quarterback and get to the quarterback. We need those guys. We need a defensive tackle that can get to the quarterback. We don't need just all these run stoppers, because we were still getting ran. They were still running the ball over us, running the ball on us all this season. Crazy. So we need to really, really figure out what we're going to do if we're not able to bring Quadin Muhammad back, because this is something that could happen. We can very well lose this kid. And if we lose him, because of business, it is what it is. But we have to figure out who we're going to bring in. We know that we're going to have to draft an edge. We already know that. We already know that we got a guy that's in development with Ahmed Hassan. We already know that he's our development guy. But you need a guy that's going to be either a veteran, or you need a plug-and-play guy from the draft that'll be able to hit the ground running. Or you're going to need that veteran guy, whether you're going out, I don't know, whether you're going out to Joey Bosa or whoever you're going out to, Khalil Mack, Trey Hendrickson, Azeez Ojulari. It's going to be a few more guys. What's my man name from Seattle? Moffett. Boye Moffett. That's another guy that we can go after too as well. I think he got like 20 sacks in his career. So we got some dudes that can that possibly we can go after. It may not be the ideal guy that we really want to go after, because we don't really have the money like that right now. But, we may have to go cheap with those guys. But at the same time, they're young. I would definitely rather go with somebody like an Azeez Ojulari who's young, and I still can groom this guy. So we're going to see how this thing goes down and how it's going to transpire with Brad Holmes, because he's going to be the busiest man that we've ever seen in our life. The job that Brad Holmes is going to have to put together this summer is going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be crazy, because you're going to have to figure out how to replace all of these guys, because you could possibly be losing a lot of guys. You could be losing Levi. You could be losing Josh Pascal. It's so many guys that can be that we can end up losing this season. But the biggest thing is just going out there and figuring it out, saying, yes, okay, I know, I understand, I got to go in the draft and get a guy. And I don't think that Brad Holmes is going to draft the edge in the first round. I just don't think that he's going to do it. Even though I feel like he could do it, he's not going to do it. It's probably going to be an offensive lineman with the first pick in the draft. But he needs to be able to attack it, whether it's in the second round or in the fourth round. I know that right now, currently, we do not have a third-round pick, so we can't say the third round, but we can say the second and the fourth round is 2 good rounds that we could see an edge being picked up. But we're going to have to go out to one of these veterans and pay them for, a decent season. And I know he's not good. I just think that Brad is going to go the cheap way. I don't think he's going to go out to Trey Henderson or anybody that he's going to have to pay a boatload of money to. I just don't feel like he's going to give those guys a boatload of money. He would rather do it the cheaper route and grab somebody like Azeez Ojulari, or maybe trading for a Kayvon Thibodeau or something like that. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But you're definitely gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay Quadin Muhammad what he's worth. You're gonna have to pay this dude what he's worth, or we're gonna lose him. It's just plain and simple. And Brad, I'm pretty sure Brad Holmes already knows that Quadin Muhammad he wants to get paid. He's gonna want to be compensated for the season that he have. And even though, when you look at it, it's like, okay, the 11 sacks were kind of, in some people's eyes, it may be overrated because they came in spurts. It wasn't like he was just dominating all season long. Sometimes Quadin Muhammad would go missing for weeks and he would not get a sack at all. So you have to keep those type of things in account too as well. Guys going missing and struggling and stuff and not being consistent. You have to be a consistent football player. At the end of the day, you want to be consistent and you want to have guys outside of Aiden Hutchinson that can put pressure on the quarterback. And if the Detroit Lions can get pressure from the middle from these defensive tackles on our team, then the team is going to be a lot better on defense. So we'll see, man, what Brad Holmes is going to do. But we know that he's going to have to figure it out really quick and really soon. And shout out to Quadin Muhammad, man, for going out there and doing the best that he could to earn himself a big payday. So we'll see what happens with that. But at the end of the day, Brad Holmes got to be on the job.